Good morning, students. In last week we studied about the parts of the leaf, that is hypopodium, mesopodium and epipodium, and also the shape of the leaf, base of the leaf, margin of the leaf, then apex of the leaf, surface of the leaf and texture of lamina. Surface of lamina and texture of lamina. Today we study about the venation and types of leaves. Venation, it is the arrangement of veins in the leaf blade or lamina called as venation. It is divided into two types: reticulate venation and parallel venation. Reticulate as well as parallel venation is again subdivided into unicostate and multicostate. Unicostate reticulate venation, multicostate reticulate venation, and also in parallel venation, unicostate parallel venation and multicostate parallel venation. Multicostate venation is further divided into convergent type of and divergent type in both the reticulate and parallel venation. First one, that is reticulate venation. This type of venation is common in all dicot leaves. In this type of venation, there is a prominent vein called the midrib, from which arise many small veins which finally form a net-like structure in the lamina. Reticulate venation is of two types: unicostate reticulate venation and multicostate reticulate venation. In unicostate reticulate venation, there is only one midrib in the center which forms many lateral branches to form a network. Such type of venation is found in mango, banyan trees or peepal tree. Second one, multicostate venation. Multicostate venation have more than one midrib arising from tip of petiole and proceeding upwards or outwards. The multicostate venation may be convergent type or divergent type. In convergent type, many midribs arise from the tip of petiole, run in a curved manner and converge or meet towards the apex of the leaf blade. Such type of convergent type of multicostate venation is found in cinnamon, that is tejpatta. Second one, divergent type. Many principal veins arising from the tip of petiole diverge, means away from the apex, goes away from the apex, from one another towards the margin of the leaf blade. Many principal veins arising from the tip of petiole diverge from one another towards the margin of the leaf blade. Such type of divergent leaf is found in castor, cucumber. Then second type, that is parallel type of venation. In this type of venation, all the veins run parallel to each other. Such type of parallel venation is found in monocot leaves. It is also of two types: unicostate parallel venation and multicostate parallel venation. In unicostate parallel venation, there is a prominent midrib in the center. From this arise many veins perpendicularly and run parallel to each other. Such type of unicostate parallel venation is found in banana trees. Multicostate parallel venation having many midribs arising from the tip of petiole and proceeding upwards or outwards. There are also two types: convergent parallel venation, multicosted venation, and divergent multicosted parallel venation. In convergent type, many principal veins arising from the base of leaf blade coverage towards its apex, means they meet at the apex or less parallel manner. Example, most of the grasses such as wheat and bamboo plant, such bamboo leaf, the convergent type of parallel venation is found. Divergent type, many principal veins arising from the tip of petiole diverge toward the margin of leaf blade, means they cannot meet at the leaf apex in more or less parallel manner. Such type of leaf is found in palm plants or coconut plants. Then second one, that is the types of leaves. There are two types of leaves: simple leaf and compound leaf. In simple leaf, the leaf having single undivided lamina is called simple leaf. The simple leaf may be entire. Example, mango, hibiscus, or lobe. The lobes of a simple leaf may be entire, pinnately arranged. Example, brassica, or palmately arranged. In cotton plant, passiflora and ricinus, that is heron. Second type is compound leaf. A compound leaf is one in which the lamina or the leaf blade is completely divided into many small segments or units called leaflets or pinnae. The leaf axis to which leaflets are attached is known as rachis. The compound leaves may be of two types: pinnately compound leaf and palmately compound leaf. First one, pinnately compound leaf. Compound leaf in which the rachis bears two rows of simple or divided leaflets on lateral side. The leaflets may be arranged alternately or in pairs along with the rachis. It is of following types: unipinnately compound leaf, bipinnately compound leaf, tripinnately compound leaf, and decompound leaf. Unipinnately compound leaf. Here the primary rachis is unbranched and bears leaflet on either side. Unipinnate compound leaf are of two types: peripinnate unipinnate compound leaf and imperipinnate unipinnate compound leaf. In peripinnate type, the unipinnate leaf with even number of leaflets, means at the apices of leaf there are pair of leaflets on a primary rachis. They are borne in pairs with no terminal leaflet at the tip of the rachis. Such type of peripinnate unipinnate compound leaf is found in tamarind cassia or in neem plant. Tamarind means imli. In peripinnate type, the unipinnate leaf with odd number of leaflets. The rachis is terminated by a single unpaired leaf. Example, rose, neem. These are the example of imperipinnate unipinnate compound leaf. In unipinnate, on the primary rachis, leaflets arise on the either side of the rachis. Bipinnate compound leaf. In this type, the primary rachis produce secondary rachis. and the leaflets develop on the secondary rachis, not on primary rachis. Such type of bipinnate compound leaves are found in Mimosa delonix. The next type is tripinnate compound leaf. In this type, primary rachis divide twice and produce secondary and tertiary rachis or rachis. The leaflets develop on tertiary rachis. Example is moringa leaf. In moringa leaf, the leaflets develop on the tertiary rachis. Then last type of pinnate compound leaf, that is decompound leaf. Here the primary rachis divide many times without any definite order, and the lamina is dissected into many units. Such type of decompound leaf is found in coriander, dhania. Then second type of leaf, that is palmately compound leaf. In palmately compound leaf, the leaflets are arranged at the tip of the petiole. All leaflets originate from the common point. According to the number of leaflets present at the tip of the petiole, these are of following types: unifoliate, bifoliate, trifoliate, quadrifoliate, and multifoliate type of palmately compound leaf. First one, unifoliate palmately compound leaf. In this case, a palmately compound leaf is reduced to a single terminal leaflet. The single leaflet is articulated to the top of petiole. Means at the base of leaf there is a smaller leaf, that is unifoliate. Such type of leaf is found in citrus or members of the family Rutaceae. Bifoliate. This type of leaf has only two leaflets attached side by side at the terminal end of petiole. Such type of leaf is found in Balanites, Hardwickia binata, and such type of leaf we use on the Sahara for giving as a gold or सोना. सोना देने के लिए अपन यूज करते हैं. Then third one, that is trifoliate. In this type of leaflet, leaf has three terminal leaflets. Three terminal leaflets are present. Such type of leaf is found in Agal marmelos and or bale plant and oxalis, where the leaf is having the three leaflets. In quadrifoliate, four leaflets attached to the tip of petiole. Such type of leaf is found in pteridophyte, that is Marsillia plant. And multifoliate type, a palmately compound leaf having 5 or more terminal leaflets arranged as fingers of the palm. Means there are more than 4 leaflets. Example, Bombax cleome viscosa. In Bombax means in our college premises there are big trees of semel, that is Bombax species. In this multifoliate type of palmately compound leaves are present. This is all about the venation, its types of leaves and their subtypes. Thank you.